Psalm 23 and Psalm 91 are more than words on a page. They are lifelines that ground us in God's everlasting presence, offering comfort, courage, and clarity. These psalms are powerful reminders that we are held, loved, and guided by a God who knows every corner of our hearts and every twist in our journey. They invite us into a relationship where fear is overshadowed by faith, where uncertainty is met with divine assurance, and where each day unfolds with purpose and peace. Every verse breathes life into our spirits, reminding us that we are sheltered, seen, and deeply cherished. Psalm 23 opens with the words, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." This declaration of faith is a reminder that God is our constant provider, attending to every need, both seen and unseen. In God's care, we lack for nothing, physically, emotionally, or spiritually. Our shepherd not only sees what lies ahead, but also knows what will sustain us along the way. There is no striving or struggling required on our part. Instead, we are invited to release our worries and trust that God is actively working in our lives. This trust leads to a deep sense of contentment, allowing us to rest in the knowledge that we are sustained by a love that is limitless and a provision that is boundless. Our shepherd is ever present, guiding us, comforting us, and ensuring that our lives are enriched with everything we truly need. Psalm 91 expands on this assurance of divine care with the promise, "Whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty." This verse is a powerful invitation to live fully in God's presence, to make His love and strength our daily refuge. To dwell in God's shelter is to carry an awareness of His presence with us in every moment, creating a sanctuary within our hearts that no external force can disturb. In the shadow of the Almighty, we find a place of rest, a peace that surpasses understanding. This divine shelter isn't a temporary refuge. It's an eternal promise that wherever we go, we are covered, protected, and upheld. Knowing this, we can face life's uncertainties without fear, secure in the understanding that we are always in the care of the one who holds the world. Psalm 23 takes us deeper into this assurance with the verse, "He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters." These words offer a vision of peace and tranquility, a reminder that God knows when we need rest and renewal. In the green pastures of God's presence, we are free from the rush and noise of the world. These are moments of divine stillness where we can pause, breathe, and let go of the burdens we carry. The still waters reflect the calm that God wishes for each of us, a calm that renews our spirits and strengthens our hearts. In these moments, we are reminded that we don't have to earn our worth or prove ourselves. We are loved simply because we are His. God's still waters become places where our souls are restored, where we find the strength to continue our journey with grace and peace. Psalm 91 echoes this protection with, "He will cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you will find refuge." This image of being covered by God's wings speaks to His fierce, tender care. God draws us close, shielding us from harm and surrounding us with warmth and love. Just as a mother bird shelters her young, God's wings provide us with a sense of security, a place where we are shielded from life's storms. This divine refuge is not only a place of physical safety, but also a place where our hearts and minds find rest. Under God's wings, we can release our fears and trust that we are protected by a presence that will never let us go. This refuge is a gift, a place we can return to at any moment, where we are reminded that we are safe, loved, and forever guarded by the Creator. Psalm 23 then takes us through life's most difficult moments with, "Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me." Valleys are inevitable in our lives, times when we face uncertainty, loss, or struggle. But this verse is a powerful reminder that even in our darkest hours, we are not abandoned. God walks with us through every valley, shining light into our shadows and giving us strength to keep moving forward. This presence transforms the valley from a place of fear to a place of growth, where we emerge stronger and more resilient. Knowing that God is with us, we find courage to face each challenge, understanding that every valley has an end and that we will not walk it alone. God's companionship in these moments is a reminder that we are never truly in the dark. His light and love guide us through. Psalm 91 reinforces this courage with, "You will not fear the terror of night, nor the arrow that flies by day." Day or night, seen or unseen, we are surrounded by God's protection. This assurance frees us from the grip of fear, allowing us to live each day boldly and to rest each night in peace. God's protection is not partial. It covers every part of our lives. We are shielded from all harm, guarded against every threat, and protected from every worry. This promise empowers us to pursue our dreams, embrace life's opportunities, and walk forward with confidence, knowing that we are forever in the care of the Almighty. With this assurance, we are free to live without hesitation, to love without fear, and to embrace each day as a gift. Psalm 23 goes on to reveal God's abundant provision with, "You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows." This image of a table set in the presence of our enemies is a powerful symbol of divine abundance, a reminder that God's blessings are not hindered by life's challenges. Even in the face of opposition or difficulty, God's provision is unwavering. Our cups are not just filled but overflow, signifying a life of richness, purpose, and joy. This overflowing cup represents God's generosity, a reminder that His blessings are limitless and that we are invited to live with open hearts, sharing His love and kindness with others. The abundance we receive is not only for ourselves. It is a gift meant to be poured out, touching lives and spreading hope. We are reminded that our lives are meant to be a blessing, a reflection of God's grace and goodness in the world. Psalm 91 concludes with a promise of fulfillment, saying, "With long life, I will satisfy him and show him my salvation." This is not just a promise of years, but a promise of a life filled with meaning, peace, and purpose. God's salvation is a gift that brings wholeness and joy to every area of our lives. To live without fear is to embrace this promise fully, to step into each day with confidence, knowing that our lives are part of a divine plan. Our journey is not just a series of random events. It is a carefully crafted story written by a loving God. With this understanding, we find peace in every moment, joy in every day, and hope for every tomorrow. Our lives are held in the hands of a Creator who loves us, who guides us, and who promises us a future filled with His presence. Together, Psalm 23 and Psalm 91 paint a picture of a life that is grounded in faith, free from fear, and filled with divine purpose. They invite us to trust God fully, to live each day with courage, and to rest in the assurance that we are always under His care. These psalms remind us that our lives are woven with divine love, that our steps are guided by wisdom, and that our hearts are forever sheltered by a presence that will never fail us. As we hold on to these promises, may we find strength for each day, peace for each night, and courage for every challenge. Let these psalms be our companions, our sources of hope, and our reminders that we are deeply loved and forever protected. With Psalm 23 and Psalm 91 as our foundation, may we walk boldly, love deeply, and live each day as a testament to God's unfailing grace and everlasting love. In every valley, on every mountain, and in every quiet moment, may we feel the embrace of a shepherd who guides us, a protector who shields us, and a Savior who loves us with an unending love. Psalm 23 and Psalm 91 provide beautiful guidance on how to create a happy, secure, and harmonious family life rooted in faith and divine love. These psalms remind us that true happiness in a family doesn't come from material possessions or fleeting pleasures, but from a foundation of trust, peace, and love grounded in God's presence. They teach us how to bring a spirit of peace, provision, and protection into our homes, transforming them into places of joy and refuge. Psalm 23 opens with, "The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want," a reminder that we can trust God to meet all our family's needs. As parents, spouses, and siblings, one of the most meaningful gifts we can give each other is a heart that trusts in God's provision. When we place our worries in God's hands, we release anxiety, which can often affect our family dynamics. By trusting God to meet our needs and the needs of our loved ones, we create an environment of calm and assurance, allowing each family member to feel secure, knowing they are loved and cared for. This trust in God helps us to focus on quality time together, celebrating the blessings of each day and finding joy in each other's company. Psalm 23 also says, "He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters." Bringing this sense of peace and rest into our homes can create a sanctuary for our families. A happy family is one where members feel free from stress and tension. We can make our homes places of rest, where our loved ones can relax and feel rejuvenated. This means creating family routines that allow for both activity and quiet time, honoring each person's need for rest and balance. When we take time to connect with each other and with God, spending time in prayer, or simply sitting together in gratitude, we bring a sense of God's stillness into our homes. This peace is contagious, allowing every family member to feel nurtured and refreshed, ready to support one another with love and understanding. Psalm 91 tells us, "He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge." This beautiful imagery of God's wings can be reflected in how we care for our family members. Just as God shelters us with his love and protection, we too can create a safe haven for our loved ones. This means being patient, compassionate, and understanding, creating a space where each family member feels accepted and safe to express themselves. When we listen to each other without judgment and offer support during challenging times, we reflect God's protective love. Our homes become places where fears can be shared, dreams are encouraged, and everyone feels free to be their true selves. In creating this safe environment, we invite God's presence to be the foundation of our family's happiness. "Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me," says Psalm 23. Families will face their own valleys, difficult seasons, losses, misunderstandings, and challenges. But this verse teaches us that we don't face these times alone. Encouraging a spirit of faith and unity during these difficult times strengthens the family bond and brings comfort and resilience to each member. When we pray together, discuss our concerns, and lean on God, we create a foundation of shared faith. This shared faith reassures each person that no matter what happens, we are not only surrounded by God's love, but also by the unwavering support of family. Knowing that everyone will stand together, guided by God's hand, creates a powerful sense of unity, security, and peace. Psalm 91 also states, "You will not fear the terror of night, nor the arrow that flies by day." This promise speaks to the constant protection God offers us, which we can bring into our families by creating an atmosphere free from fear. A happy family is one where members feel safe, both emotionally and physically. This means maintaining healthy boundaries, promoting open communication, and ensuring that each person's feelings and contributions are respected. Teaching children and family members that they can rely on God's protection helps them feel brave in the face of challenges. When we create an environment that celebrates honesty and mutual respect, we reflect God's promise of security, and everyone feels valued, creating a sense of joy and unity that leads to lasting happiness. Psalm 23 reminds us that, "My cup overflows." God's blessings are abundant, and as a family, we can celebrate this overflowing love by sharing it with each other and with others. Happiness in a family grows when we practice gratitude, regularly acknowledging the blessings we enjoy. Simple traditions like saying grace before meals, sharing what we're thankful for, or showing kindness in our daily interactions remind everyone of God's generosity. When our family cup is full, we are in a position to serve others, teaching children and family members the joy of giving and helping those in need. A family that is grateful and generous experiences deep joy because it understands that true happiness comes from a heart that overflows with love. Finally, Psalm 91 closes with long life, I will satisfy him and show him my salvation. This promise reflects a family that lives with purpose and gratitude for each day. By helping each other to grow in faith, to serve with joy, and to support one another's dreams, we create a family culture of love and fulfillment. When family members encourage each other's passions, celebrate each other's successes, and work together through challenges, they strengthen the foundation of love and faith that brings lasting happiness. God's salvation is not only about life after death, but also about a life filled with purpose, peace, and joy here and now. Teaching each other to cherish these values fills the family with hope and excitement for each day, knowing that every moment is a precious part of God's plan. Psalm 23 and Psalm 91 remind us that a happy family is one that trusts God's provision, rests in His peace, finds security in His protection, faces challenges together, and overflows with gratitude and generosity. By embodying these truths in our family life, we create a home filled with joy, love, and divine purpose. Through faith, prayer, and love, we bring God's promises alive, building a family that reflects His love, lives His joy, and radiates His peace. Psalm 23 and Psalm 91 provide a profound blueprint for building a family where love, security, and happiness flourish. These psalms remind us that, as we invite God's presence into our homes, we can create an atmosphere of peace and joy that uplifts every family member. Through the themes of these psalms, We find practical ways to nurture a family that not only thrives in love and unity, but also grows together in faith and trust. Psalm 23 begins with the powerful affirmation, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." When we root our family in this trust in God's provision, we learn to release unnecessary worries about life's material needs. This trust allows us to focus on what truly matters, the love we share and the memories we create together. By modeling a spirit of contentment, we teach our family that true happiness comes from knowing that we are already provided for by God. This lesson helps children and loved ones see the value of gratitude over materialism, fostering a culture of thankfulness within the home. When everyone feels secure, free from the pressures of constant striving, it creates a relaxed and joyful environment where love can grow. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters, is a reminder from Psalm 23 that families thrive when they find time to rest and reconnect. In today's fast-paced world, it can be easy to fill our schedules to the brim, leaving little time for each other or even for quiet moments. But God, like a loving shepherd, knows when we need rest, and we too can bring that gift of rest into our family life. Setting aside time each week to unplug from distractions and spend quality time together can bring new life into family bonds. It could be as simple as a Sunday afternoon walk, an evening of sharing stories, or a day dedicated to being together without the rush of outside responsibilities. These green pastures of togetherness are moments when we grow closer to each other and to God, finding rest for our spirits and making memories that bring lasting joy. Psalm 91 promises, "He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge." This image of God's protective wings is a beautiful model for creating a home where every family member feels safe, valued, and accepted. As parents, we can create an atmosphere of emotional safety, where children feel comfortable expressing themselves and where open communication is encouraged. In moments of difficulty or challenge, such as struggles at school or work, misunderstandings, or emotional pain, we can remind each other of God's covering, teaching that no problem is too great for his protection. By nurturing a culture of love and understanding, we help each person feel secure and supported. When each family member knows they have a refuge at home, a place where they are loved unconditionally and supported through challenges, they are free to grow, to dream, and to face the world with confidence. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me, says Psalm 23. Every family faces challenges, and it is during these times that the strength of a family's foundation truly shows. By coming together in prayer during hard times, whether it's a health issue, financial concern, or a family disagreement, we lean on the comfort that God is with us through every valley. A family rooted in faith understands that God's presence brings strength and hope, even when answers seem out of reach. When we pray together and speak words of encouragement, we remind each other that God walks beside us, guiding us through every trial. These times of unity and prayer and support deepen our bonds, bringing a profound sense of closeness and a resilience that makes the family stronger and happier as they grow through each challenge. Psalm 91 adds to this assurance, "You will not fear the terror of night, nor the arrow that flies by day." This promise reassures us that God's protection surrounds us in every situation. As parents, one of the most valuable lessons we can share with our children is that fear doesn't have to control our lives. We can face life's uncertainties with confidence, knowing that God is watching over us. Teaching this message to our family, that fear has no place where faith resides, helps create a household of brave, resilient individuals who trust in God's guidance. Encouraging each other to step out in faith, to try new things, and to pursue our dreams with courage fosters an environment where every family member is celebrated for their unique strengths. This spirit of encouragement builds a family where everyone feels empowered and valued. Psalm 23's line, "You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies," invites us to see our family meals as sacred opportunities to connect, celebrate, and share. Gathering around the table brings us closer together and allows us to listen to each other's stories, share joys and concerns, and celebrate the blessings of each day. In the warmth of a shared meal, each family member can feel loved, appreciated, and included. These moments of fellowship create a culture of joy where laughter and love fill the room. Just as God prepares a table for us, we can prepare our tables with love, making mealtime a cherished tradition where everyone feels seen and heard. This time together is a simple but powerful way to nurture a happy family. The overflowing blessings of Psalm 23, "My cup overflows," teach us the value of generosity within the family and beyond. When we are aware of God's abundant love and provision, we naturally want to share that love with others. Families can come together in acts of kindness, whether it's volunteering, helping a neighbor, or simply supporting each other's dreams. Practicing generosity as a family creates a spirit of unity and purpose, reminding everyone that they have a meaningful role in spreading God's love. Children learn to be thoughtful and caring, understanding that a truly happy life is one spent giving and helping others. This shared purpose strengthens the family bond and fills the home with joy, making generosity a foundation of lasting happiness. Psalm 91 concludes with the promise, "With long life, I will satisfy him and show him my salvation." This promise reflects a life of fullness and purpose, one that a family can share together by encouraging each other to live with intention and gratitude. A happy family is one that celebrates each day, acknowledges the blessings they enjoy, and supports each other's journeys. Encouraging family members to pursue their passions, affirming each other's strengths, and fostering dreams creates a home where every person feels valued and supported. When each family member knows they are loved and encouraged to be their true selves, happiness grows naturally. And by grounding all of this in faith, we acknowledge that God's love and salvation are the true sources of our joy and purpose. In creating a happy family, Psalm 23 and Psalm 91 show us that a home filled with trust, peace, love, and gratitude becomes a reflection of God's own love for us. These psalms invite us to build a family life centered on faith, where we care for one another, pray together, and celebrate the blessings of each day. They teach us that, in trusting God's provision, resting in His peace, encouraging each other's dreams, and sharing His love, we cultivate a joy that lasts. By living out the principles of these psalms, we create a family where every member feels loved, safe, and inspired. A family that truly reflects the joy, peace, and grace of God. Psalm 23 and Psalm 91 lay out a spiritual foundation for creating a family rooted in love, unity, and divine protection. They remind us that a family's strength doesn't come from perfection, but from an unwavering faith in God's guidance, a willingness to support one another, and a shared commitment to building a home filled with peace, joy, and purpose. These psalms provide a roadmap for how we can make our homes sanctuaries of happiness, where every member feels valued, secure, and deeply loved. Psalm 23 begins with, "The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want," showing us the importance of cultivating contentment within the family. In a world that often promotes constant striving for more, this verse teaches us that real happiness comes from appreciating what we already have. When we embrace gratitude and contentment, we set a powerful example for our children and loved ones, showing that true fulfillment doesn't depend on material wealth, but on the richness of love, kindness, and shared experiences. Families who live in gratitude become beacons of joy, creating an environment where each member feels valued for who they are rather than for what they have. This foundation of thankfulness builds a sense of satisfaction that makes every family moment richer and more meaningful. Psalm 91 encourages us with, "He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge." Just as God provides us with shelter, a loving family can become a place of refuge for each member. We can create an emotionally safe space in our homes by practicing kindness, listening actively, and offering unconditional love. Children and adults alike thrive in an environment where they feel they can express themselves freely without fear of judgment or rejection. By embracing each family member's unique qualities and supporting one another through life's ups and downs, we make our home a place of true refuge. This sense of belonging builds resilience, equipping each person with the confidence to face the world, knowing that they always have a safe place to return to. Psalm 23's promise, "He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters," encourages us to prioritize rest and balance in our family life. A family that is constantly busy, rushing from one task to another, can easily miss out on the beauty of simply being together. By incorporating moments of rest, we allow each person to recharge, to reflect, and to reconnect with one another. Practicing family traditions such as quiet weekends, tech-free evenings, or shared devotion times can bring a sense of calm into the home. These moments of stillness become sacred, giving everyone the chance to breathe, to feel nurtured, and to remember what truly matters. When we take the time to pause, we create memories of warmth and love that bring lasting happiness to the family. Psalm 91 says, "You will not fear the terror of night, nor the arrow that flies by day," highlighting the importance of cultivating courage within the family. When we instill a sense of faith and bravery in our loved ones, we prepare them to face life's challenges with resilience. A family that prays together, encouraging one another to lean on God's strength, becomes a powerful support system where every member feels capable and confident. By facing challenges as a united front, we teach each other that, with God by our side, there is no obstacle too great to overcome. When we face life's difficulties with courage and trust, we create a spirit of hope that fills the home with strength and peace, making every family member feel secure in the love that surrounds them. Psalm 23 tells us, "You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies," encouraging us to create family traditions that celebrate unity and resilience. Sitting down for meals together, sharing laughter, and talking about each day's events fosters a strong bond. Family mealtime can become a sacred space where everyone feels connected, valued, and loved. When we gather at the table, we remind each other that no matter what we face outside, we have a sanctuary within our home. Breaking bread together becomes an act of love and togetherness, reinforcing the sense of unity that is essential to a happy family. These shared meals give each person a voice, a place to belong, and a moment to feel celebrated and appreciated. Psalm 91 assures us, "For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways," a powerful reminder of God's constant presence. Teaching our family members to trust in divine protection can create a lasting sense of peace and security. When we pray as a family, whether before bed, in the morning, or before a big event, we place our trust in God's care, reinforcing that He is always watching over us. Children, in particular, can draw strength and confidence from knowing that God's angels are protecting them. This trust gives them a foundation of courage and a sense of peace that allows them to approach life with confidence, knowing that they are never truly alone. Psalm 23's "My cup overflows" reminds us to cultivate a spirit of generosity and kindness within the family. When we recognize that God's blessings overflow in our lives, we feel inspired to share these blessings with others. Teaching our children to be kind, to serve others, and to give freely of their time and resources fosters a sense of joy that goes beyond material wealth. Acts of kindness, whether within the family or in the wider community, bring happiness and meaning, as they remind us that love multiplies when it is shared. Encouraging each family member to give back, to lend a helping hand, or simply to support one another creates a culture of generosity that fills the home with warmth and a spirit of abundance. Psalm 91 concludes with long life, I will satisfy him and show him my salvation. A promise that speaks to the purpose and fulfillment that comes from a life lived in God's presence. This assurance invites families to set goals, dream big, and pursue lives that honor God. By encouraging each other's dreams, supporting one another's growth, and celebrating each other's accomplishments, we create a family that values each person's purpose. Helping our children discover their passions, supporting our loved ones in their pursuits, and affirming each other's strengths bring happiness that lasts. When we build our family around a shared sense of purpose and faith, we find deep satisfaction and joy in knowing that we are part of God's plan, walking together in His love. Psalm 23 and Psalm 91 together remind us that a happy family is not one without challenges, but one that relies on God's presence and love to navigate life's journey. These psalms encourage us to cultivate trust, to create a peaceful refuge, to celebrate one another, and to live with courage and gratitude. They invite us to make our homes places of laughter, love, prayer, and mutual support, where every member feels valued and cherished. By embodying the wisdom of these psalms, we build a family that reflects God's love, a family that finds joy in the simple things, and a family that walks through life's valleys and mountaintops together, with faith as their anchor. As we embrace the teachings of Psalm 23 and Psalm 91, may our homes become sanctuaries where love flows freely, where every member is uplifted, and where happiness is cultivated in both the ordinary and extraordinary moments. Let us create a family that celebrates God's abundant love and finds joy in each other's presence. A family that is strong, united, and filled with peace, because it is rooted in the everlasting promises of God. Psalm 23 and Psalm 91 offer profound wisdom for building a family anchored in peace, strength, and divine love. They teach us that a happy family is not about perfection or a life without struggles. Rather, it's about building a home rooted in faith, a place where each member feels loved, supported, and connected to one another and to God. When we take these psalms to heart, we find ways to make our family life a reflection of God's grace and a place of true joy and safety. Psalm 23 begins with the comforting words, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." This verse is a powerful reminder that our families can find true contentment when we trust in God's provision. Happiness within a family grows when we are able to rest in the knowledge that God will provide for all our needs. It allows us to focus less on accumulating material wealth and more on cultivating moments of connection, gratitude, and love. When we embrace this trust as a family, we learn to appreciate the simple joys of life: a shared meal, a family game night, or a heartfelt conversation. Living in this gratitude helps us realize that our family's happiness is not dependent on what we have, but on the love we share and the blessings we recognize each day. Psalm 91's promise, "He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge," reminds us that families are meant to be places of comfort and safety. Just as God covers us, we are called to protect, nurture, and uplift each other. By creating an emotionally safe space at home, we give our family members the freedom to be themselves, to express their feelings openly, and to know that they are accepted and valued. When each person feels safe and respected, the family becomes a true refuge from the world, a place where everyone is seen, heard, and cherished. This emotional safety strengthens our bonds and cultivates a profound sense of belonging, which is essential to each person's happiness. Psalm 23 encourages rest and renewal with, "He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters." In a busy world, this verse reminds us of the importance of setting aside time to rest and recharge as a family. A happy family is one that recognizes the value of taking breaks, of slowing down, and of simply being together. Whether it's a weekend getaway, a family walk in nature, or an evening dedicated to quiet reflection, these moments allow us to reconnect with each other and with God. By establishing traditions of rest, we teach our family members that they are worthy of time, love, and attention. This rest nurtures both body and soul, creating an atmosphere of calm and allowing everyone to approach life with renewed energy and joy. Psalm 91's reassurance, "You will not fear the terror of night, nor the arrow that flies by day," offers peace in times of uncertainty. Every family faces difficulties, but this verse reminds us that we can confront challenges together, unafraid, because God's protection surrounds us. By coming together in prayer during tough times, families can find comfort and strength in each other and in God. When we unite in faith and choose to face life's trials together, we create a resilient family spirit, one where each person feels safe and supported, no matter the storm. This unity in faith brings an unshakable peace into our home, creating an environment where every family member feels empowered to grow, overcome challenges, and find joy in even the most difficult circumstances. Psalm 23 beautifully illustrates God's abundant blessings with, "You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows." This image of an overflowing cup is a reminder that God's blessings are not limited. They are generous and abundant. Families that embrace this abundance learn to share love, kindness, and blessings freely, teaching children to appreciate and celebrate each other's accomplishments, to support one another's dreams, and to give generously creates a family culture rooted in gratitude and joy. When we recognize that our cups are overflowing with God's love, we are more inclined to share it, not just within our family, but also with others. Acts of kindness, both big and small, become part of the family's values, filling the home with a happiness that radiates outward and leaves a positive impact on everyone we encounter. The closing promise of Psalm 91, "With long life, I will satisfy him and show him my salvation," is a beautiful assurance of a fulfilling, purposeful life. Families that place their faith in God's guidance and embrace His promises find deep satisfaction in living a life filled with love, purpose, and meaning. When we encourage each other to pursue dreams, to serve others, and to grow in faith, we create a family culture that values purpose over perfection. Supporting each other's unique journeys, celebrating each member's gifts, and coming together in shared goals helps each person feel valued and fulfilled. Knowing that we are all part of God's larger plan brings a sense of excitement and purpose, making each day together a blessing and each family experience a step along the path of God's salvation. Psalm 23's imagery of green pastures and still waters invites us to make our homes places of calm and harmony. A family that prioritizes peace finds ways to communicate openly, resolve conflicts respectfully, and foster understanding and patience. Practicing forgiveness, extending grace, and choosing kindness in our interactions strengthens the family bond, allowing us to navigate challenges without losing our sense of unity. When family members feel heard, supported, and respected, the home becomes a place of harmony where happiness grows naturally. It's in these peaceful interactions that we truly reflect God's love, creating a family atmosphere where everyone feels valued and appreciated. Psalm 91's image of God's wings sheltering us inspires us to be a source of strength and protection for one another. Just as God watches over us, we can be present for each other, offering a listening ear, a helping hand, or a comforting word. This spirit of togetherness, of being each other's strength, builds an unbreakable trust that contributes to lasting happiness. Knowing that each person has a place where they are protected, where they can find comfort and guidance, allows family members to face the world with confidence. A home that embodies this sheltering love becomes a source of resilience, reminding each person that no matter where they go or what they face, they are always part of something greater, loved and supported by their family. Psalm 23 and Psalm 91 teach us that the heart of a happy family is faith, love, and togetherness. These psalms call us to trust in God's provision, create a safe and nurturing environment, celebrate each other's blessings, and rely on God's strength through every trial. When we live by these principles, we invite God's presence into our homes, transforming our family life into a reflection of His love. Each family member becomes a vessel of God's grace, showing kindness, offering encouragement, and embodying peace. The joy that grows in a family rooted in these promises is deep, enduring, and life-giving, making the home a true sanctuary. As we embrace the teachings of Psalm 23 and Psalm 91, let us build homes that radiate peace, joy, and love, places where each person feels safe, valued, and celebrated. May our families grow in faith together, supporting one another in both triumphs and challenges, and always trusting in God's promises. Through these psalms, we create families that not only find happiness within their own walls, but also shine as beacons of hope, kindness, and faith in the world around them. In every moment, from shared laughter to whispered prayers, may our families reflect the beautiful, unending love of God. Psalm 23 and Psalm 91 continue to reveal layers of divine wisdom on how to build a family anchored in faith, love, and joy. These psalms offer a foundation for creating a home where every member feels cherished, protected, and encouraged. They guide us in nurturing a family environment filled with peace and purpose, one that draws strength from God's presence and radiates love and happiness. Through the lessons embedded in these verses, we find ways to make our family life a reflection of God's own love and care. Psalm 23 opens with, "The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want," teaching us that happiness in a family begins with trust in God's provision. In a world where we are often encouraged to seek more and achieve endlessly, this line reminds us to be content and grateful for what we have. A family that embodies gratitude is a family that finds joy in each moment, appreciating the simple gifts of life, like togetherness, shared meals, and laughter. When we model gratitude, we teach each other to look for blessings even in ordinary days, turning each moment into a source of happiness. This trust in God's provision allows us to relax, knowing that we are already cared for and blessed, which creates an atmosphere where joy naturally flourishes. Psalm 91 assures us with, "He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge." This powerful image of protection encourages us to make our homes places of safety and warmth. In every family, there are moments of vulnerability, times when someone feels down or uncertain. By offering a compassionate ear, a loving touch, and a word of encouragement, we become God's sheltering wings for each other. This sense of emotional safety allows each family member to feel free to express themselves, knowing they are surrounded by acceptance and love. When we create a culture of trust, where each person feels valued and supported, the family becomes a source of refuge and comfort. This environment of mutual support fosters deep happiness because everyone knows they have a place where they are always welcome and unconditionally loved. Psalm 23's promise, "He leads me beside still waters," is a reminder of the importance of creating peace within our homes. The world outside can be hectic, but our homes can be sanctuaries of calm. By intentionally creating routines and moments of quiet, whether through family prayer time, reading together, or simply spending time in silence, we cultivate a sense of peace that renews and restores. When our family members feel at peace, they are more likely to approach each day with a spirit of joy and gratitude. These moments of stillness together foster a deep sense of connection, making everyone feel more grounded, refreshed, and ready to face the world's challenges. Psalm 91 also speaks of God's constant protection, saying, "You will not fear the terror of night, nor the arrow that flies by day." This promise reminds us that God's presence surrounds us at all times, shielding us from harm. Teaching our children and loved ones to rely on God's strength in times of fear empowers them to approach life with courage. A family that prays together and lifts each other's concerns to God grows in unity and faith. This collective strength transforms the family into a resilient team, where each person feels bolstered by both God's love and each other's support. This confidence in God's protection fosters a sense of security, allowing happiness to take root even in challenging times. The line from Psalm 23, "You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies," illustrates the importance of family traditions and shared meals. Family gatherings around the table provide an opportunity to celebrate each other, to listen, and to laugh. Creating a family tradition of sharing meals together strengthens bonds and provides a comforting routine. It is a time to listen without distraction, to celebrate each other's victories, and to offer support during challenges. By coming together around the table, we remind each other that our family is a source of strength and joy. These shared moments become the backdrop of our family story, enriching our lives and creating lasting memories of love and unity. Psalm 91 promises, "For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways." This reminder of divine protection encourages us to pray for one another's safety and well-being. Knowing that God's angels are watching over us brings peace, allowing us to let go of worry and trust in His care. By praying together as a family, we invite God's presence into every area of our lives, our work, school, relationships, and health. This practice of praying for each other's needs strengthens our bond and helps each family member feel supported. When we lift each other up in prayer, we find joy in knowing that our family is not only cared for by us, but also by the one who commands angels on our behalf. Psalm 23's line, "My cup overflows," speaks to the abundance of love and blessings that God pours into our lives. When we recognize how much we have been given, we feel compelled to share this love with each other and with those around us. A family that practices generosity together experiences happiness on a deeper level, as they see that joy grows when shared. This generosity can be as simple as acts of kindness within the family, like helping each other with chores, offering words of encouragement, or spending time together. When we extend this generosity outward, whether through service projects, acts of kindness to neighbors, or supporting those in need, we create a family culture of love and compassion. This spirit of giving fosters a happiness that is rich and fulfilling, deepening our connections with each other and with God. Psalm 91 concludes with long life, I will satisfy him and show him my salvation, a promise of fulfillment and purpose. A family that embraces this promise is one that encourages each member to grow in their unique gifts and callings. By supporting each other's dreams, affirming each person's strengths, and encouraging one another to live purposefully, we cultivate a sense of shared excitement and pride. When each family member knows they are valued and encouraged to pursue their passions, happiness flows naturally. A family that lives with a sense of purpose, guided by faith, becomes a beacon of hope and joy to others. This fulfillment goes beyond individual success. It becomes a collective journey where each person's growth contributes to the family's joy and unity. Psalm 23 and Psalm 91 teach us that the foundation of a happy family is rooted in faith, gratitude, peace, generosity, and unity. They invite us to create homes where each person feels safe, cherished, and inspired. Through these psalms, we learn that true happiness comes not from external achievements or possessions, but from the love, support, and faith shared within the family. We are reminded to be God's hands and feet for each other, offering guidance, comfort, and encouragement in every season of life. As we integrate the teachings of Psalm 23 and Psalm 91 into our family life, may our homes become sanctuaries of peace, places where each member finds rest, renewal, and inspiration. Let us be a source of strength for each other, lifting one another up in times of need and celebrating each other's triumphs with joy. May these psalms guide us to build a family life that reflects God's love and serves as a testament to His faithfulness. Through shared faith, mutual support, and abundant love, we create a legacy of happiness that will inspire generations to come. With every prayer, every shared moment, and every act of kindness, we cultivate a family that is truly blessed, filled with the everlasting joy that comes from walking in God's light.